Hey everybody, good morning. I live in Southern California and it is hot here today. We're expecting 88 degrees. Today it's probably already about 85, hence the sunglasses. And tomorrow it's supposed to be like in the low 90s in October. Anyway, all that aside, I'm grateful for the beautiful weather, but I do want to talk to you today about structure and why, especially if you're a business owner, even if you're seasoned or starting your own business, why structure is your best friend, especially if you are a creative or you're in some kind of spiritual work. Because let me tell you what happens. We'll start with what happens if you don't have structure. So if you don't have structure in your day-to-day, meaning you get up at a certain time every morning and you're consistent with it, you have a self-care / meditation / ritual in place in the morning, because especially if you're someone who works with energy, which I'm guessing most of you following me do something with spirituality or energy, if you do not have that kind of balance in place where you start your day with some kind of practice for you, what happens is you get governed by the energies of the day rather than you governing the energy of your day. So that needs to be a part of your morning routine as well. And so what happens if you don't have a consistent way to start your day, and I'm going to talk about the whole day, but what happens is, number one, your sleep may get thrown off. Why? Because especially if you're aware of energies and you're aware of how you are impacted by the astrology, let's say, the planetary alignments, it means that you are in, or to be the most productive, you want to be in a routine with the earth, in a cycle, on the same cycle as the earth. Now, what does that mean? Whatever time sun rises, when the sun rises, that's the time for you to rise. And if you are in sync with the planet, with Mother Nature, you would naturally rise at that time. You wouldn't sleep 2-3 hours later or wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and your schedule's totally funky. That wouldn't happen. And so that's the one way that you start getting things on track, is getting to bed at a consistent time and waking up, even if you're tired at first, and you probably will be, but waking up at a certain time and telling yourself no naps. No naps. And a planner would be your best friend, because what happens is, if you don't have a plan for the day, what's that phrase? If you don't plan to fail, something like that. It's not the exact quote, but I got it. If you fail to plan to fail. And I live by this, because when I started my business, I noticed that when I didn't have a plan, my day went to crap. Like, it just absolutely, I was 100% off track. I had so much time in the day. Like, we're up for what? Like 12, 16 hours a day, depending on how much sleep you get at night. More than that, less than that for some people. And if you're like me and you didn't have that plan, what happens is the day is ruling you. You're not ruling the day. So one of the first things you want to do to get back on track with this is have a structure in place. You have a solid time that you wake up. You know what the first hour of your day looks like. My recommendation, just from my experience, is no phone, no social media. Because what happens is you're allowing an external situation now, because you can't control what you're going to see on social media. So if you start your day off being impacted by what is going on somewhere else, some online sphere that you know nothing about, or somebody's posting about their day, that could kind of mess up your day if you allow it, because you're not coming from a centered place. Whereas if you started your day with a meditation practice, with a self-care practice, like for me, I'll give you an example. It's I get up, I don't look at my phone, I get up and I walk my dog. I come back and I meditate. That's when I get clear. I pull my oracle cards. I sit down with my journal. I write whatever's coming to me for the day. Then I take out my planner and I plan my day. I still at this point haven't looked at my phone, and by that time it's about 9 a.m. So I give myself the next 2 hours to do my creative work, to do whatever I have on my list for my creative work. So I'm not technically looking at my social media till about 11 a.m., 12 sometimes longer. But it's one of my boundaries of I don't want to be impacted by what's going on social media. And as far as when I see clients, I don't see a client before 11 a.m. It's one of my boundaries because I like the morning to myself. I want to have a nice, solid, centered space. I want to get my meditation in. I want to relax and have a slow, lovely wake up to my day before I work with anyone or before I check online or answer emails or whatever the case may be. All of that can wait. It can wait until you feel grounded and centered. And let me get to the point. Why is it important to have this if you're a spiritual-based business or even any kind of business owner at all? Because if you don't have a routine, your day makes your routine for you. And if you're trying to be the person that's hustling or dominating your day and getting things done because you're trying to move your life forward, you're trying to make things happen, maybe there's a legacy that you want to leave for your children or for humanity or whatever it is. If you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, I have these big goals, I have these things I want to accomplish, I would ask you to take a very honest look at what's going on with your schedule. How much time are you spending on social media? How much time are you engaging in what I call distraction, which could be drama, things that you see online, feeling the need to post, every few hours about what's going on with your day rather than stopping and actually doing that thing, right? Anything that is a distraction, I'm begging you, sit down in your journal today and write down, be honest, what's truly distracting you? What is sucking away, eating away at your time? That if you terminated that, if you got it out of your schedule, whether you're feeding into gossip or so-and-so calls you up 10 times a day and you just lose 2 or 3 hours in your day, or you're spending a lot of time on Facebook Messenger, or you're posting all the time on Instagram, write down what it is in one column, and in your other column, write down what you can replace it with that would actually move you forward towards your goals, okay? If you guys are interested, I'm going to link you to, in the description box below, I'm going to link you to the planner that I use. I'm not an affiliate for this. I just love the planner, so I'm going to put it out there for you. And if you want to check it out, I am very much on the spiritual side, but I really am very right-brained too, right brain and left brain. I'm very balanced between the two, and I need something logical that makes sense for me to work with daily, and this planner has been really good for my right and left brain. It has a good combo of both. Okay, so check it out. I hope you like it, and leave a comment below and let me know what other videos you want to see from me. I'm doing one video every 90 for the next 90 days, so I want to hear from you and see what you want me to talk about, or what do you need help with. Just let me know. That's what I'm here for. Okay, all my love. Bye.